Hello family, welcome back, and let's learn how to do a straight blow dry and a trim. And these are the products I'm going to be using. That's Miadi leave-in, and that's the hair food. It's also Miadi. And the last one I'm going to be using, this is Radiant, and it's an anti-dandruff for the scalp. And my blow dry there, it's a 4200 ultra it's a zerriote. I hope you can see, and it has two knobs, the red one and the black one, and it comes with two nozzles, the comb and the other one. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my Miadi leave-in and spray it. Guys, earlier on after washing, we used the Miadi again, and we massaged it and we left it in for like 5 minutes. So I'm just spraying the ends at this time. They can't get tangled again. So make sure that after washing, you spray your leave-in, you treat your hair and leave it for like few minutes before going to the heat. Or at this point, you can use a heat protectant if you have it, but in my case I didn't have it, so I had to spray again my leave-in conditioner in, because it conditions my hair and makes it smooth. So that's why I had to use it to avoid breaking her hair. So guys, I'll just take my comb there, and I'm going to use the bigger part to just comb my ends. As you can see, they are not so hard to comb through, because I have used my leave-in twice. First I treated, and the other one I just sprayed all across to just make it smooth. So when you're combing, do not just force it to come out, because if you do that, you will break your hair. You just hold and comb the ends first. So I'll use a comb, and I'm going to regulate the air and the heat. The black knob is for the air, and the red one is for the heat. You just regulate it and how you want it. You can always blow it to your palm and feel how the heat is and the air. Anytime you're doing your blow dry, kindly and please start with the ends. If you detangle the ends, everything else is going to just flow, and it's going to give you a very easy time to work on that hair. As African, we usually have these tangled hairs, so it's nice for you to just work with the ends. After detangling them, you can go down to the roots, and as you can see, it's coming out nicely, because I have started off with the ends, and now I'm going down and making sure that it's dried out and it's straightened out nicely. And as you can see, there's no struggle. I'm just taking my time. So do so when you're doing your blow dry. Just take your time and do it gently and nicely. Make sure that you dry both sides, the back side and the front one, and work with the rest of the hair slowly by slowly, small portions. Do not forget that. That's a must, especially for this type of hair, because it's mostly tangled. It's not a straight hair. So guys, I'm just doing it slowly by slowly, and I'm working with, if you notice, I'm working with a smaller portion, and the rest of it I'm just holding it with something. Just do so, because that way it's going to give you the very easy work. So on this one, I'm also going to part and remain with the smaller section. You can as well reduce the portion that you're working on and make it even smaller, especially if you're just beginning and you're just trying it out for the first time. and work gently. Start from the ends, and after detangling you can just move to the roots. And anytime you feel that your hair is not coming out nicely, it is, your comb is stuck when you're doing your blow dry, do not force it. Just remove your comb and try to just detangle that part manually without using heat, and make sure that you have a much bigger comb to detangle it with. So guys, I'm just finishing my second part here, and as you can see we are almost finishing, but the third one I'm just going to do it faster because I believe by now you have an idea of how to do a blow dry. I just hope that you are able to. Guys, I wanted to assure you that there's no magic in doing blow dry. And the secrets, I'm going to highlight them at the end of this video. So guys, just stay tuned. And if you have not subscribed, kindly join the family, subscribe, and let's grow the family. So guys, that's how we do the blow dry. It's as simple as that. And after I finish doing this part, I'm just simply going to just trim, and I'm going to show you how you can trim your own hair. You do not have to cut a big chunk of it. You just have to trim maybe twice or thrice in a year. Knowing the type of hair that you have is also important, because if it needs a trim, you will obviously see the ends that they are weak and they tangle a lot. So that means that's a sign that it needs a trim. So guys, I'm just taking my video here faster because I realize that time is really moving. But I pray and I hope that you have the idea on how you can work through your hair using a comb. Thank you guys for keeping tuned in, and continue watching because I'm going to show you where you're supposed to moisturize at what time. After a trim, I'm going to moisturize, and then afterwards I'm going to also nourish the scalp. Our hair is straightened out, as you can see, and I'm just making sure that I dry off the water for both sides, making sure that everything is running smoothly. As you can see, that's where we are, and if you notice, the ends are really weak. So at this point I'm just going to trim, and I'm just going to remove a small chunk of it because she's going to trim again the next time she does her blow dry. So let's just part and divide a very small section. I like working with small section, especially when I'm trimming, because I don't want to go far in. And for me, I like working with a bit straightened hair when I'm trimming, because for me it's a challenge trimming wet hair. Sometimes, especially if you're just beginning, you might find it difficult to work with wet hair when you're trimming. So I think this is, for me, the safest way to trim, because I can be able to identify the ends and remove them gently without actually going far in and cutting somebody's, the healthy part. So that's how we are moving, and I'm working with just a small section. And guys, this is how you trim. If you are a beginner, kindly just straighten out your hair, identify the ends, and then trim them. That way is so easy, other than just going with wet hair and later on realizing that you actually went in and you removed even the healthy one. So that's actually safer for me. I don't know about you. Maybe comment below and Let's see which one works for you. So guys, after finishing my trim, I'm going to take, this is where I nourish the hair, and I will take my Miadi and nourish the hair, not the scalp. This is a hair food, and then later on I'm going to take care of the scalp by using the radiant that I showed you earlier. So I'm just applying it through and massaging and making sure that every strand gets it, and straighten it out. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use a brush to straighten it out. And for this one, I'm also going to use a small portion, but not too small because it's already detangled. So there is my brush. That's what I'm using to straighten it out, and it's bound to give a small steam because of the hair food that I used. So do not worry about the steam that is coming out. It's bound to do that because of the oil. That's how you straighten it out, and this part is easier because we just, it's just a straightening out, and this is going to leave your hair more straight. And that's the brush I'm using, guys. Comment below which one you prefer, because for me this one works wonders. So I'm just going to work with another section so fast. I think I'm going to skip a little bit, and look how straight it is. So I'm going to go ahead and nourish the scalp, and that's my radiant. So make sure that you take care of the rest. You take care from your scalp to your hair. Nourish your scalp plus your hair. You do not want your scalp to create some scales and your hair to break out because it's too dry. So make sure you nourish after blow drying it, or after you just use heat on it. That's how you blow dry, trim, and straighten out your hair. And I hope this one was helpful to you, and if it was, like it, share, and do not forget to subscribe, guys.
So let's finish out and see the end results.